this video is all about the biggest job of all is how to transition from 3D to 5D. I'm only using these terms because most of you are most familiar with that, but I would even phrase it differently, as you know, how you raise up from the matter into the spirit. Hi, my name is Maya Seven Stars and I'm here to help you get to your highest timeline. I'm here creating masters, spiritual masters. It's all about you mastering yourself, mastering your life, so you get that happy life in return. So, back to the topic. The biggest trap for people, because you are born and bred in this upside down universe, hell. I call it upside down universe because everything is twisted, everything is pointed against you, everything you were taught is wrong, you know, like everything. This is why I want you to really imagine this. This is the upside down universe. It's a hell, and you raising from 3D to 5D. It is as you are raising from the upside down universe into the right side universe. It's heaven, it's hell, and you have to raise in the heaven. Here it's matter. It is matter over mind. Here it's mind over matter. Here it's dark, and this is not your original world. This world is the world of all of the puppets that you can see on the stages, or all of the dark people you can see on or all the dark things, because don't underestimate this world, because this world is all they've got. In other terms, they don't have this world and you do. It is in their interest that they submerge your spirit into the hell, because this is how they rule over you. They're using your creative capabilities, your powers, your imagination, your inventions, all of it. And then they rule them with them, because this is their only world. They cannot rise up, but you can. So the biggest trap of all is because you have been born and bred right here by those same people. And when you are starting to extract yourself, you are doing it on your own. And even on that transition journey, there are so many traps, because in this upside down universe, all the traps are made for you, for people like you and me, spiritual people that want to rise up. They know something isn't right over here. Why I'm always empty? Why I'm always empty? Because you can only quench your thirst from the one source of yourself, of the light. You are the light, and this is the dark. So here are all the traps, so they can keep you in this world. But when you start to transition from upside down world to the right world, to your world, on these transition periods, there are even more traps, because you are the target, right? Like, they're not gonna worry so much about those people that are still watching TV, doing things to themselves, being told what they need to do. But what they are really worried is about those people that are making this transition from here to here. So, right? It's easy for the masses, to keep them constantly, entertained. Entertained would be the best word. Look here, look here, look here, look there, look here, look there. Oh, this happened, that happened. That's, like I saw one video, like what emperor does when people start to wake up, or whatever, they start to ask questions. What he does, he brings the circus in a town, and then all those people like. So it's easy, you get the picture, right? It's easy to keep those people there, but when you start transitioning from this point to here, oh, that can be an issue. Because if many of you transition over here, then you're going to be standing with me over here, and you're going to be calling one by one. you're going to be calling them. You're going to be fishing. You're going to be calling them. Hey guys, here I am. This is heaven. You're still in hell. Hey, life is much better in this reality, in this density, in this frequency, right? And then all those little things are like, oh my God, what is she doing differently? I would really want what she has. She looks happy. Like her life looks easier. She's not really working much harder than me. And she's having better results than me. Oh, maybe I'm gonna check her. But then all the traps, guys, from this position to this position, there are millions of traps that they can take you eternity, and I fall like with everyone else probably in all of them. It's just that I don't dwell in one trap for centuries or 5 years or 15 years. I'm banging all around it, beating my own drum, thinking that I'm doing the service. Oh, this happened, that happened, making people aware. No, you have to understand. Trap number one is that you are going from this place to this place alone. That's the thing. You are not while you are transitioning, so some people get to here, they just started to wake up and they think that's all there is, because they don't know what they don't know. They don't know what the rest of the journey is. I know, because I'm here. But those people, they just start to climb up and they fall into the first trap. For example, I'm going to tell the whole world what is really happening in the 3D, right? It's 3D, 5D. And I'm going to tell the whole world about this thing and this injustice and that injustice. And then they go on that trajectory for the next 15 years. And have they done any service, to themselves or to others? Because they never transition to this point. They think they have, but they're still here playing really low, where they have to come over here. So there are traps after traps, there are traps after traps. They are, just to name a few, which are very common in this spiritual world. Number one, like I can see, healer, open up and everything else. How they get swooped in is through Reiki. Many people are not gonna love to hear this, but I know from what I know, I can only share you what I know. I know that Reiki, it's not a good source. It's the whole thing. I'm not gonna get more into it, but the whole thing is connected to the dark source. It's a twisted world, so you can have some shining healer with all the knowledge and all of these things, and she's having, so they swooped in, like, I don't know, for example, it's like, it's a little lies, it's little, half truths, for example, like let's say one example. I was watching someone for the face routine, and they say all the things for the face routine, and you do this and you do that and da. And there you got it, like one intruder, put your sunblock and all these things that actually make you cancer. It's always this intrusion. They can infiltration. It's on your eyes here, and understand that you are the target. It's simple as that, because once you understand the game, and who you are, where are you going, and exactly who are you going against, and that this is actually their world, you get to understand that you have to rise up on your own. And so for every single person, this first rise, because there is a collective awakening, there is individual awakening, right? And we all gonna witness both. But first one is you individually waking up all the way here, and then holding this frequency long enough so that your circumstances can change, so that all the rules, all the laws that you're operating under can change, so that you can embody this frequency fully. Because, newsflash for you, rules over here and rules over here are totally two different worlds, right? So you transitioning here to here, so many traps. For example, there is more to come. This is just side note. This is just a side note. It's not the whole thing that I have to tell you what is really number one trap for you to raise up from 3D to 5D. So for example, the guided meditations, frequencies, meditation apps, programs designed for you. Again, you're the target. So if you don't know who the source of that material is, if you don't understand what are you putting between your ears in your head, don't do it. I've seen it so many times. Like, I see through things because I'm here and higher, right? And it's easy for me to see, oh my God, this is tampered with. This is, like they make it nice and shiny because you are their perfect customer, and they know what kind of journey you are here, so one trap can be like 10 traps, and it can take you 10 years and then 20 years and then 30 years or whatever, until you fall in all of them. This is why they make your life cycle so short, so you cannot figure it out, and you come back and you come back and you come back and you come back. Also, news flash for you, for people that will do a suicide or this and that, they don't understand. They're like, how you end up this life on that frequency band, you are right back. You're right back. You are not going to heaven. You're not going to shit, but you are really coming right back, and you are starting from that frequency where you left off. So can you imagine if someone done the suicide, what kind of frequency that was? They are right back. They are right back. And so it will make sense, why some people, have it really hard, like child abuse or whatever, It's all a grand play. It's all a grand show. But back to the topic. So you just have to be aware of these things. This video is going to break the curse for you. It's that simple. As I always love to share, everything is so simple, guys. It's so simple that it hurts, and your human minds, it's so trained, it's trained so profoundly that it thinks if it's not complicated, probably it's not the truth, because that's what they do to you through the education and you memorizing all the things. So the truth is always simple. When you get aware of something, then that thing becomes relevant to you. Then that things exist. If you don't know these things, if you haven't seen this video, you will go blindly, and they're gonna use your every single blind spot to put this thing and put that thing, until they use you all the way to the end of your life. You are discarded, and then you go back again, so they can suck your energy once again. So all of the people here, they are parasites. Like, they're all living off your energy. You're literally like, all the diseases and all these things is because of the parasites. You get them through the whatever, now this is clearing up much more, but you get them everywhere. You get them even to the technology. You are technology yourself. How you see the computers, it's the same thing, right? If you have seen my video about how I heard that AI voice in my own voice, in my childish voice, that will shine some light on you to understand that you are indeed, this biological machine that they want to duplicate and all these things. So it doesn't matter. So your transition from here to here, why not many people get fully here? They think they do, but they're still here playing their own drum, playing the 3D game, where you just have to take it to yourself and understand, this is what I'm doing. And you cannot stop until you see your physical circumstances, your circles, everything change. On first, you're going to be alone. That's also a phase. And you have to be alone for a reason. Until you embody, until you fully embody your new frequency, your 5D, whatever, however you want to call it, is a higher frequency. For the meantime, you're going to be alone. But then the next phase is going to be, you're like this lighthouse that is constantly emitting the signal. And then what is going to happen? Your people are going to pick up. They're going to pick up and they say, oh my God, this is the source, this is the source, this is the source. Because this is how your tribe is going to form. Because all of the humans, we are wired to go towards the source. It's same as, if you heard salmon is swimming against the stream. It's swimming this way against the current, against the stream, right? this is exactly how we are wired towards the higher frequency. This is why they have to do all this work here to suppress you, to suppress you, to suppress you, to enslave you, to drain you, so you don't have time, you don't have energy. Like you just constantly keep on surviving, 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 and you think that's all there is. But once you jump like that salmon and you start swimming upstream, it's the same, like you're gonna be able to call your team, they're gonna join you, but you are also connected to the source, because we are all connected to the source. That's that one source energy that is in all of us, right? So those traps are everywhere, and first part of the journey, you have to go on your own. You have to travel alone. You have to understand that this is the inside journey. It's never gonna happen. Like one day you're going to wake up. So let me ask you something. Do you think that story ends like that? We have been story number 1. Do you think so? Which story is gonna be? You're the creator. So story number 1. Oh my God, we lived in this deep in hell where, the drugs, enslavement, sex trafficking, all these things, they have been, very, very potent, all these things, all these dollars. And then just one day we shifted, something happened. And then all of us, we transition and we end up in heaven, and we are living happily ever after. Or story number 2 is, what? I was living in this a 3D world, and I saw, something is fishy here and something here, and I started unpacking one by one, and then I realized, my life story, my life data is, all the data that I need. I better use that, and I done it to unprogram myself. I questioned everything, I was on this journey on my own, and I was going left and right, and I fall in this trap and that trap, that friend, cursed me, and that friend lied to me, and all this, everything was a lie. And then as I was climbing, then I found the whole nother world. It's like almost like a new land, and I came there, and then I saw, my God, there are people like me, and we connected, and we worked together, and we shared our gifts, and we helped each other, we healed each other, we work each other. Oh my God, my life is, I totally changed and everything else. And then, oh my God, I embody my mission because then I realized I'm here to live fully my mission and everything else. And then I started to beat my own drum, but really my own thing. I remember, I remembered what my gift are all about, my mission, all of these things, and like I started to see more and more, and then I saw all of those people there, and I said, oh my God, they are for a hell of a journey, hell of the journey. They're gonna transition over here, and then I set myself for a mission, and and now we are changing this whole world, and everything is happening gradually, and here my world is becoming bigger and bigger and stronger, and all these things, and I can see all of it, like, and I'm standing here, I can see, what they're trying, this trap and that trap on these people and that people, but I'm not submitting to this world, and I'm calling my soul family, my fellow humans, I shine the light. I'm that lighthouse, and I'm shining, You got the story. So what is gonna be story number 1 or story number 2? You change, and then because of that, everything changes. It's not like one day there's gonna be some event. Like, there is so many so much stuff, so many categories, and they all have their own purpose, because if it wasn't for some sort of dualities, you would not be able to end up here, right? And so now I'm going to share with you the number one thing when you even got all the way here is to understand that most of your people are still in here, that this 3D world is all that you can see still, even you're seeing glimpses of here, and but the wiring, the programming is all here. And the number one trap from all the people, even they have been on a spiritual path for 20 years, for example, they always, compare themselves to this world, where you just have to understand that these two worlds are two separate worlds. And, like here are a certain set of rules. And for example, I will use this, the best to explain it is this. For example, what is the meaning of success in a 3D world, right? It's to, right, to finish the school, to climb the ladder, to stab every person on your journey to the top, to get a really good marriage, to get kids, to get mortgage, to, like go once in a year on a holiday, and that's it, die from cancer, right? That's pretty much the story, right? Where here, the number one trap is that you have to understand, you have to craft, you have to take the time to clarify what the success for you is, what the success in this reality actually means, so you stop comparing yourself to this upside down world, because what is success here, it's not success over here. So what is the success for you here? It's you to live for me. And all the people that I know that have, desire for good life, it's to create a happy life. It's to be happy. It's to be happy your every day, not happy just for a weekend, not happy for a holiday, not happy when you get in debt for a $50,000 car, for example, right? Not just have those glimpses of happiness, but you being fully happy. What success is in a 5D world? It's you being happy. It is you being proud of yourself. You don't need anyone to tell you I'm proud of yourself, because you're going to tell yourself I'm proud of yourself, and you're really going to mean it. You don't need anyone to love you, because you love yourself, and you don't feel the need that anyone else loves you, because you love yourself, and that's enough. What is the real success over here? I'm free. I can live wherever I want. I'm not tied to the city. I'm not tied to the work. I'm not tied to whatever. I live where I want to live. I'm totally free, which means I can get up at any time and I can go wherever I want. I'm financially free. I'm emotionally free. I'm I'm not scheduled, right? I can do whatever I want with my day, how I feel like it. That's freedom, I live exactly where I want, with who I want, how I want. I don't justify myself to anyone. That's success. That is real success. And then someone from the 3D is going to come and tell you, well, you don't have your home. Or, no, you are no one because you're not married and you don't have kids. Because this is their perception that is totally twisted in this upside down world. You have to be married and have for example, have to be married and have a mortgage and have kids, and then you're considered successful. Like even if they have millions, for example, which they don't, right? They are enslaved until here, most of them. Enslaved until here, they have mortgages until here, right? And they're literally, in a rat race. Is that success? He have a good position. Position of what? Like, do you really live off, I'm a manager, I'm a CEO. Those people are the most miserable when they are in this world. When they're in this world, that's a different story. So you have to break the curse so you don't go back and back and back. You have to hold your frequency here and really be clear and not compare yourself to your sister, to your friend or whatever, because, they can go because sometimes you're still establishing over here, and they come with all their feathers, and like, oh, I bought a new car, and you know what I mean, I'm so successful, but they're not telling to you, how their boss is abusing them, how they're crying when they come home, how they hate their kids because their kids are their burden, because they don't have time for themselves, and how they can have time for those kids. And the same person is influencing you, that your image of success. So this is the biggest trap, because we are naturally wired to for satisfaction, for success. Those are the high frequency, and you can have it, and you should have it. What I say to my people: when you go to bed every night, not just on weekends, passed out, or on the holiday, somewhere that you go, that you take all the hundreds of photos. No. Every night when you go to bed, every night when you go to bed and say, like I go and you tune in and say, there is no place I would rather be. There is no place I would rather be. It's so good to be here. It's so good to be in my own skin. Oh my God, I love my life. I feel the energy, the current running through me. Like, I'm healthy, I'm vibrant, I have everything. Everything is paid. All of my needs are met because I gave that to myself. I didn't submit. They wanted to put grip on me. They wanted to buy me. They wanted to try me. They wanted to bribe me. Many things, but I said no, because I chose me. And this is how I establish here. Like if someone, long time ago, they wanted to bribe me, to say, live here, this is what we're gonna give you, this and that. I say, no, I choose me because I'm capable of having my own home, having my own rules. I'm not gonna submit to anyone's energy because I'm creator myself. Why would I submit for someone to give me this in exchange for my life? No, thank you. Me and my husband, we are off to go, and you have to have faith in you. First you have faith in you, then you have, you get in this faith with God, this top level creation that I'm always talking about. But all those levels, you have to get to the love and self-love, and always choosing you. When I've done the 40 days container, and what I'm doing with, when I do 40 days counseling with people one-on-one, it's most of the things, it's all about brainwashing. I don't want to say that, but because your brain physically restructures, and the biggest restructuring that has to happen is you choosing you. You're not comparing yourself, because that's how you are. You have been prepared, you have been brainwashed, all these things. You always compare yourself, and like you don't understand that different rules are here, different meanings of success is here, and you have to find it. And you are not here to prove anything to those people. This is another trap. You are not here to prove anything to them. Where I'm sitting, guys, there is no, like, why would I prove myself to anyone? Like, why would I I'm not allowed to justify myself to anyone, because who am I to justify? Like, I'm only doing things for me, not doing this thing so they can see I healed, they can see I succeeded, they can see I'm happy, they can see that I'm situated, they can see that I'm in a healthy relationship. No! It's about in this transition is you choosing you. You, and then 10 places empty, then again you. That's how it's done. Until everything then restructures, right? You're not looking here, and you are doing your own thing. Many people say, but how do I help all those people? How can I get them? How can I get them? I just told you, be that lighthouse. Because with everything in life, guys, it's always who buys into who. Are you going to buy into them and submerge yourself back? Or you're going to be standing here tall, and you're going to be this lighthouse. You're standing tall. And you don't care. You don't care. You're just doing your own thing. This is how you help to your closest people, to your husband, to your mom, to your friends, to your core workers, all of them. This is how you help them. This is the only way to help them. You beating your own light, standing tall, no matter the rain, no matter the crazy sea, whatever, you know, the storms, tornadoes, whatever, you're standing tall. This is how you help them. It's not about them opening their eyes and saying, look at me, you have to come here, you have to come here. No. You just have to stand tall, stand proud. This is what I'm doing. Because you're doing things for you, you don't give a shit. You've been there, you've done that. So why would you, that's the biggest trap, why would you compare yourself to this? You know, you have to totally reshape your views on, you know, what is successful life, because you want to be success. I know. Everyone wants to be success. Everyone wants to be seen. Everyone wants to be heard. Everyone wants to be acknowledged. Everyone wants to be recognized. Everyone wants to be happy. Everyone wants to be rich. Everyone wants to be free. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. You know, and you stand here with people that from your own flock. From your own flock. You're not going to go there and hang around those people. And if you will, you know, you stand your position. We have an expression in Serbian language, ko spava sa decom, upišan se budi, which will mean who sleeps with children wakes up peed on themselves. So you're going to translate it however you want it. But that's what I just got. So this is the biggest trap. As long as you're looking back, you just have to understand. Upside down universe, this 3D, 5D. If you want to slice it that way, I'm going to put this video as a 3D, 5D because most of you will understand this. But this is this biggest, and it's heart chakra. Look at that. Look at that. It's a heart chakra because here everything changes. This is that bigger jump. This is why it's 3D from 5D. But after that is more and more and more and more. But this is crucial level because everything down, all the chakras down are hell, right? This is where they have the most grip on you. This is, if you feel fear, if you're overusing your root chakra, you know, any addictions, all of those cocktails, you know, I have the video here, watch that. Your signature chemical cocktail, you are a junkie. That's a video number 1. That's my teaching, right? Because you're this chemical being. As long as you're in this hell, they keep you with those chemicals. Hence why you have chemicals in the food. It's all about the chemicals. Emotions are chemicals. It's just about this 3D. You're gonna embody the cocktails of fear, of shame, of lack, of all this bullshit. Where here, you're gonna start embodying cocktails and frequencies and emotions, right, which are one of the same. Your like peace and faith and ease and flow, you know, like all of those things that I'm doing here for many years now, right? So I'm here, I'm in this tall, proud lighthouse, right? And I'm gonna stand here, I'm gonna call you, you know, but I'm standing here. I'm not gonna go there and say, hey, have you seen me? I'm doing really well. You know, life is what, but they're not going to believe you. But you have to shine that life really strongly so they can pick up the signal. They can pick up the signal like that salmon and it's going to start swimming upstream. That's what you want. That's what we all have come here to do. And you have this power inside of you. That's the journey. It's not the, you know, like I said, the story one or two. It's the number 2 story, right? Because it's about the journey, you know, and it's about like, it's never like this or that. It's this and that and all the other things, you know, every single thing is multifaceted. And you're going to get to experience this over here. It's not black and white. Like, you know, people are, you know, so like in a 2D, you know, when they think something's going to change and, you know, banging over one thing and batting yourself in those cocktails of injustice of this is happening in the world and this is happening in the world and da. They don't understand. They don't do service to anyone. Where every single human has their own this will really give you a good perspective when, like you really want to help others. Well, you cannot help anyone if you don't help yourself. But in the same time, don't underestimate those people, even they look like really low. They are there because they chose to be that low. They chose it because they all have their direct line to the source. Doesn't matter how tainted it is. The source is constantly calling them back home. The only reason they are not going to the next level, to the next level, to the next, is because they are choosing so. It's not their time. They're not ready for what you have to tell them here. Some people, if they're going to see the video, they will be like, what the hell is she talking about? Of course, what the hell? Because they're living in hell. They don't understand my world, right? But you do because you're in this transition. So I urge you, share this with all of your people, this video, that are here, that are missing just this little link that you have to let go. Like you're creating here something, in the same time you're thinking in a 3D terms as, oh, if this need to happen, then I will need to work 5 years more, and I will need to convince this and these people. Like, it's probably never going to happen because I have this and I have that. No, that's you thinking in. That is you thinking in human terms, right? You're operating here, but you're still using the templates from here, which is what I'm going to invite you today to really look at all your templates. How else are you living in this new world that you created for yourself? How are you living, and how are you still subscribing to the 3D world? You have to let go fully so that these ties from here to here actually cleared up, and so that you can fully embody your new frequency, your new life, and then the new circumstances, set of circumstances, guys, the rules that you're going to operate under are totally different than here. And this is why I'm always saying life just becomes better and better and better and better and better and better and easier and more fun, because it's true. But if you're always spinning here and you just come over here and then they get you here, because matter over mind. Here it's mind over matter. Here you create. Here you understand that your job is to be in balance. Not this corporate rat that is stabbing people in the back and having the title, imagining this is a success and crying every night in their little empty shell, right? Because that will not make that doesn't make any sense, right? But they need that pressure. Leave them there. They need this pressure so that hopefully one day they're gonna have enough and they're gonna say, "Fuck this! I'm out of here." Like, who did write this script? I don't want to play under these rules. Like, why did I go to school? Why did I done all of these things? I've done everything wrong. I done everything that was told me to do. I've done everything according to the book, and then why I'm so miserable? That is their question to ask. And whatever they're going through, it's obviously that's what they needed, That's what they needed. If they're happy with their title and their miserable life, and just because money they're making for meaningless things, for an unhappy life, that's their lesson to master. Don't be another thing. Don't be sorry for anyone suffering. And it's coming from me, and I suffered because everything has its own place, guys. And it's not you to interfere. It's not for you to interfere. It's the same way that I saw on a higher level, when you're playing on a higher level. So let's say you get into lots of money. And you say, I'm going to give money to this guy and that guy and that guy and that guy. I'm going to tell you right now, who are you to do this for them? Because you don't know how this money is going to ruin them. If they are not having the money, it is because they are not capable of having money. They're not ready to having money. Them having money will just ruin them, because this is where they are. And how you can say, how can you see where they are, is because you see on their direct life circumstances. That's your proof. You just look at their life, you know exactly what's happening on the inside. So you don't have room and you don't have the authority to help them. All you can do, be that lighthouse. Make yourself bigger and more powerful, and lead the people, lead yourself. This is how it's done. So this is the biggest trap. Even you are here and understand everything, this pull is so strong for you that you always compare yourself to this thing, like, oh, I'm gonna do something, oh, I'm gonna show them, I'm gonna prove them. No, release that shit right now. You're not to prove to anyone anything. You only have to prove to yourself. You only have to do things for yourself because you want to do things for yourself. That's all you want to do. That's the only right way of doing things. And when you fully embody yourself and when you fully do things for yourself, your life is going to change as a result of that. So I really hope that this video helps you. Share it with who need it, because I know many people need this, because I only do the videos when I'm so inspired, and I just got inspired, I haven't wrote anything. This is just coming out of me because this is a message for you. It's a transmission for you. It's how God works with me. And so I really trust that this is serving you, and that you will start to recognize, what else, invisible. The line is so thin that sometimes you cannot see, all those things that you're still carrying with you, because the programming goes so deep, and you are physical, and you're cocktail body and all these things. So I love you guys much. If you're ready for your next level, for a transformational healing, use it while I'm doing it, because with me you never know, because I don't get scheduled now. I'm getting scheduled for people like you to help you get out of there, because sometimes even when you clear all of it, sometimes you have ties to your eternity soul level that you have to clear up so that you can go to your next level. It was a case with me, believe it or not. So I'm seeing this a lot, and so I'm gonna leave you my email if you're interested to do the 40 days counseling with me. Reprogramming, invest in yourself. I'm here where I am because I invested 20 years in myself and hundreds of thousands minimum, right? And this is something that I can offer to you. This is what I can offer to you, not this. And my program is not scheduled. My program is custom to you. That's how I do it, one-on-one, while I'm still doing it, right? So use that, and so my email is going to be there. And yes, so there you have it, and I'm going to see you in my next video when I get inspired. I love you so much.